There are even more links to the buried road that is connected to the Black Rock Rapids. These fresh pieces of information are coming to light, which is a really exciting development. Additionally, Ripple has included a new wormhole. In all seriousness, what does this imply? This is a fantastic new video that was sent to me by the co-founder. It is going to be a topic of discussion. Additionally, we have some additional information regarding the reasons why this is so significant to the XRP ledger, as well as the implications that this may have for your XRP holdings. Alright gentlemen, let's get right down to business. Just for a moment, I wanted to have a look at this. The chin stag on a consistent basis Steingraber provides some pretty excellent information. Make certain that you are following that individual. Yes, he does provide a lot of extremely great content on his website. The tokenization and XRP capabilities of Securitize have now established a direct connection to Hidden Road Ripple, Construct the BlackRock. Construct, the tokenized USD institutional digital liquidity fund that is powered by BlackRock and is only available through Securitize, is now supported as a collateral under Manu custody of the fund. It was butchered by me. In fact, I am sorry. Tri-party collateral management agreements were hitted at the road headquarters. Currently, we are working on the development of an ecosystem that will bring the benefits of tokenization to life. According to Carlos Domingo, who is also the CEO and co-founder of Securitize, as well as some information on this, here it is. It was only a moment ago that I was going to go over this, but let's just go ahead and read some of this to you instead. The merger of Ripple and Wormhole is turning the XRPL into a revolutionary platform. The combination of Ripple and Wormhole represents a big step forward in terms of the multi-chain interoperability of the XRP ledgers. Based on the data that is currently available, this paper investigates the technological integration, institutional implications, and future prognosis of global partnerships and alignment with global financial trends. With regard to Ripple and Wormhole, it discusses the integration of strategic elements. Through the integration of Wormhole, a prominent cross-chain infrastructure protocol, Ripple has accomplished the integration of the XRP ledger network and its EVM-compatible sidechain. This makes it possible for assets that are issued on the XRP platform, such as XRP IUS multi-purpose tokens, sometimes referred to as MPTs, to interact in a smooth manner with 35 major blockchains. Therefore, this is really the process of establishing a vast interoperable connectivity behind the scenes in order to make all of this stuff function, and of course more value can be transferred over Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and it may also be included into the XRP ledger. Through the connection, cross-chain messaging and data triggers are made easier, which in turn enables the execution of smart contracts across various networks and the construction of complicated financial logic. This innovation gives XRP a major boost in terms of its technological versatility and places it in a position to be a versatile platform that can be used for a variety of applications. To tell you the truth, if I had been going to read it to you 5 years ago, I quite possibly would have ruined a good portion of it. As a result of my attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and the fact that I like to bounce around a lot, my reading abilities have improved. This is because I am able to become distracted from the institutional impact of the security adoption due to the fact that it will take place in September 2024. In the realm of tokenized assets, the official interoperability supplier is the Security as Adoption Wormhole. Institutional compliance assets are included in this project. These assets include BlackRock's Construct Fund, which is around $1.9 billion, Apollo's Accred Fund, and TradeTech's tokenized United States Treasury securities, which are also referred to as USY. As a result of the integration with the XRPL, a foundation is being established for these assets to be operated, transferred, and settled on the platform. This foundation has the potential to act as a bridge between traditional financial institutions and blockchain technology. This action highlights the rising demand for financial infrastructure that is suitable for interoperability and compliance. That is just maddening. At the moment, people are really underestimating how significant Ripple is in terms of connecting the realm of blockchain technology to the world of traditional banking. I am fortunate enough to be able to come up here on a daily basis and read some of the most intriguing stuff, and wow, let me tell you, it's very significant. You know, it's possible that this doesn't have any bearing on that day. While it's possible that this won't even have an effect in 6 weeks, I'd like to ask you this. With all of these linkages, where do you think we're going to be in a year or two from now? If they are able to do it for something like these two funds, they are able to do it for everything in the world, including any form of tokenized fund or any type of fund that they can tokenize and bring on blockchain. This is, to put it mildly, an inspiring thing to take into consideration. Ripple's Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz's vision and future prospects. D.A. Schwartz, the Chief Technical Officer of Ripple, has emphasized the significance of interoperability, arguing that it is necessary for widespread adoption of blockchain technology to have an ecosystem in which tokens are able to freely flow between multiple blockchains. As a result of this integration, the XRPL is well positioned to become an evolving platform for the next generation of settlement and clearing that strikes a balance between interoperability and institutional trust. There is the possibility of future uses such as permission decentralized exchanges, which are sometimes referred to as PEX. It is the first time that I have witnessed PEX use RLUSD and XRP in addition to collateralized settlements for real-world assets, which has the potential to acquire popularity as the environment in which it operates continues to evolve. What is really cool and unique about this situation is that when you bring these types of funds or stocks, bonds, derivatives, treasuries and other similar things, when you bring these bonds, treasury something, but when you bring this onto the XRP ledger, you can trade out of anything for anything on the XRP ledger. This is something that allows you to trade out of anything. If, for example, you are selling tokenized stock and you want to transfer it to one of these funds, you may go straight to the fund instead of going via the intermediary. On the other hand, if you want to transfer money from one of these funds to treasuries, you can do so on the XRP ledger. You can do that if you want to. Simply put, it enables a great deal of flexibility to have the ability to transfer value around instantly. This is the next level, man. This is the next level. Infrastructure improvement and global cooperation are being pursued. The capabilities of XRP are strengthened as a result of the assistance that is provided by a number of worldwide partners to the Wormhole's infrastructure. Through the provision of the execution engine for Wormhole settlement, Flow Traders makes it possible to move assets between many chains at a cheap cost and at a rapid speed. Through its role as a validator code, Google Cloud contributes to increased security, in addition to providing zero-knowledge proof, compatible hardware boosting and the stability of the protocols. AMD delivers these. Through these cooperations, scalability and trustworthiness are improved, therefore creating a solid platform for the management of institutional-grade transactions. The topic of alignment with global financial trends is discussed in this document. Please read it if you are interested in doing so. Final thoughts. We are making progress toward practical implementations of PEX automated market makers, AMMs and collateral management using XRP and RLSD, as well as the integration of global to token asset network evolving Ripple, SBI, BlackRock, Apollo and others. XRPL is evolving its role, which is the creation of the foundation for multi-chain circulation and settlement of institutionally compliant real-world assets. I simply wanted to play, you know why it's still fresh in our minds. See, I was just expressing how fantastic I was, and then I wanted to play. Why don't we play this? This is a whole new video clip. I am not familiar with this video clip at all. First time I've ever shared it. Let us pay attention to this. Apparently, Ripple has recently reached a higher level. One of the most important pieces of infrastructure that every stable currency requires in order to be successful is the new relationship with Wormhole. So you are no longer able to issue a currency that is stable. Therefore, consider any cryptocurrency that is steady. Perhaps as a listener you are interested in this topic. It's just one chain that they follow. To begin, it is okay. Nevertheless, if they continue to operate under a single chain, they will not be able to compete in the long run, and it is highly unlikely that they will achieve success. As a result, Circle has demonstrated the viability of this concept over the course of a couple of years, during which USDC has been constructing their very own centralized bridge. The reason why Circle is in charge of everything centralized bridge is because they have come to the realization that blockchains are rather distinct from mainstream banks. They are similar to these, or they are quite distinct from banks, if you will allow me, but for the sake of this specific mental exercise, they are comparable to these economic zones. As for consumers of liquidity, a significant number of them continue to remain on one of these blockchains, and so it is added to the blockchain. Solana should not be on your mind. Ethereum should not even be considered. Sui should not be on your mind. On-chain transforms into the whole market that can be addressed. This is the market for cryptocurrencies. Therefore, if you are an issuer of stablecoins, you are issuing on a single chain or network. It is my contention that the essential technology that you will want in the future is comparable to a fundamental component of your stack. The interop protocol, which is going to force you to go from one chain to all of the chains, is something that I believe MZ would acknowledge as being the same thing. In addition,